guys, this is Sawyer. He is 8 weeks old, and we want to give you week-to-week updates on what it's like to have a golden retriever. We got him when he was 6.5 weeks. The breeder said that he can leave at 6 weeks because she likes to wait until their vet checkup at 6 weeks. And if she gets the all clear that they are healthy and happy, she lets them go to their forever homes. It's a lot easier to teach a 6-week puppy when he has no expectations rather than an 8-week puppy who is starting to learn things from their litter mates. And so we have 2 other dogs, and he can learn a lot from them and what it's like to be an adult dog. This is Miles, our Boston Terrier. He's 4. And you'll see him periodically. And we also have a Cavalier, King Charles Spaniel, female. Her name is Penny, and she is 3. We got Penny as a puppy, and Miles we adopted about 3 months ago. But this channel is pretty much going to be primarily about Sawyer and week-to-week updates, as well as what to expect in your first year with a golden retriever. And if you're wondering what this whole dirt thing is right here, we recently removed a shed, and my kids kind of making this their creative dirt adventures. And these were around the shed, and so they've been kind of piling them about. But one thing with a puppy, you cannot take your eyes off of them. They will get away from you very fast. Okay, so we are learning to potty train. Good boy. That's one thing that you'll expect when at 8 weeks is that learning to potty train. So he just did his business, and right away I gave him a treat and said, good boy. We've been doing this consistently for about a week now. Now that he's a bit bigger and can go down the stairs by himself, we have had him go out the door by himself to know that that leads to the outside. And then he will go in the grass, and when he goes pee or poo, we will give him a treat right away and tell him he's a good boy for going out there. We've had accidents, but since we've done the treats, we have had minimum accidents. He so far has not done number 2 in the house. He's always done that outside, which is good. He's very frisky, and this is the time I'm going to let Penny tell him what's what, because this is the time when he needs to learn boundaries. This is something you can expect having a golden retriever puppy, is he will run around like crazy. He has a lot of energy. However, he does take a lot of naps. But see, he now, since Penny told him that she doesn't like what he's doing, he is respecting it. I'm not going to get in between them because he needs to learn the rules. And if I prevent her from telling him, he will run the house. And that's not what you want from a golden retriever, especially because he's going to be about 80 pounds. And I don't want an 80-pound dog telling the whole house what to do. I don't think you'll want that either. Some of the special ways you can expect for them to take a nap. He started in his bed and has slowly been sliding during his nap to where he's just like this, surrounded. Got a lot of toys for him to keep him busy, but it takes a lot of naps at this stage. Okay, so he just went again. He went to the door. Good boy. Good boy. Did you get it? Just gave him a treat. He went to the door to say he had to go to the bathroom. No accidents so far today. Where are you going? Okay, Sawyer, time to eat. Come on, let's go eat. Come on.
Go.
So he gets four meals a day. 4 times a day. He eats at about 7, and then 10, and then 2, and then 6. And what we do is at this age, we water the food to get it nice and soft because he still has milking teeth, maybe 3 weeks. And then he will be ready to have harder food. And every week I'm gonna get it a little less and a little less wet. Right now I soak it for 8 minutes, and every week I'm probably gonna lessen it a minute so that he can get in control of the consistency, how hard it will get. All right, you ready for lunch?
Yes.
All right. No. No. Stay.
Okay.
Stay. Stay.
Okay.
All right, Liam. All right, good boy. Good boy, did you finish? Good boy. There you go. I like to reward him with just a little bit of peanut butter after he's done eating. I've learned from having many dogs that in order for them to accept that their bowl is being taken, that they get a reward. Because, here's some more peanut butter. Because they start to get a little territorial if they think that you are taking their food from them. So when you reward them by taking their bowl with a little bit of peanut butter, they're saying, oh, this is nice. It's not a bad thing. A great way to get him to potty train faster and to actually know what he's doing is he just did number 2. So I said, good boy, go poo-poo, over and over while he was doing it. And then when he finished, I gave him a treat. And I said, good boy, go poo-poo, as I was giving him the treat. Another thing that you can do is when you're training him, and any time that you're training him, you're going to say his name so that he starts to know it. That's a good thing to have in the 8th week. You want him to learn what he's doing as far as going potty, and you want him to learn sit, stay, come, and lay down. Those are the 4 most common commands that you can teach a dog between the ages of 8 weeks and 12 weeks. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a sit command, teaching a puppy the sit command. Sawyer, sit. Good boy. You see how I raised the treat just above his head? So he'd have to look up and automatically go into a sit position. That is how you do the sit. I'll show you again. So, sit. Good boy. Another thing that you can do is when you teach him to come, I'm going to see, I have a treat in my hand, and I'm going to put it to him. And then I'm going to show him that I have a treat, and I'm going to say, Sawyer, come. And he's going to follow me because he wants that treat. Good boy. And he's going to associate, when I say come, that he's going to follow me. And that's another way you can teach him to learn to come. And another thing that you can do is when you're teaching him to lay down, first you want to put him in a sit position, and then you're going to bring the treat all the way to the ground right in front of him. Lay down. And that makes him put his belly on the ground with his paws down on the ground. Good boy. Good boy. And if you do that over and over, and you say whatever the dog's name is, and then you say lay down, to where you're putting it right here, right where he'd have to kind of bend his body into a lay down, that's how you teach the lay down position. Now I'm going to teach one more. We're going to teach the stay. Okay, yes, we got a treat. Stay. Ah. You hear the correction noise. Stay. Stay. Good boy. Good boy. And since he's still learning, you can't really make him stay for very long. Maybe just a couple seconds while he's staying. So So this little guy, he just got done eating dinner. He really wants to go back inside, but we gotta stay outside because the other dogs are eating their dinner and he tries to steal their food. So we have to stay outside until they're done so that they can have some peace and eat their dinner. But he is desperate. He's desperate to try to get in there. Aren't you? Aren't you? You're such a good boy. He's so desperate to get inside. He knows they've got something yummy in there. This snuffle mat is really great for keeping him distracted. You can hide your food, his food in there or treats, but it's been keeping him distracted for a long time. That's a size medium mat. But I hid all kinds of little kibble in there to keep him working on it for a long time. It's a good boredom buster, but it's also a great way to slow him down while he's eating also, because he eats really fast.